him and I'm at it again. The crystal arrow calling my name. Down a gravel road, box full of fur, and a mystery in the next steel blur. Catching the first made me a believer. A whole lot of coons, yotes, and beaver.
What a day, guys. What a season. All right, guys, welcome to the Monday before Christmas. I spent a lot of the day pulling some older traps that I'm just not going to be getting around to resetting. Our deer season, our main deer season, shotgun season, just ended here yesterday. So a lot of the Orange Army is going to be done. We still got muzzleloader season that opened up today, but I don't have to worry about theft nearly as much. So we're going through, like I said, pulled a bunch of sets from earlier. Now I'm going to go through and set a work line. It's kind of a weird time right now. Are they running water? Are they going to the cornfields yet? Or are they already on the timber to timber locations looking for sows? Kind of a weird year, something I'm not familiar with. You know, we didn't really, it's 40 degrees right now. No snow on the ground, no frost in the ground. We're gonna have a couple cold nights here, but gonna set a little work line that is traps we've already had out. It's been a productive area for me. I'm gonna go through and reset them instead of pulling them, and kind of give me an idea where the coon are moving. You know, are they focusing more on those timber to timber pieces, or can we still catch them going to crop ground? So we're gonna do some resetting here, guys. Be checking before work tomorrow, probably starting at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, so should be kind of interesting. While we're setting for coon here, one thing I want to show you, if you guys can see this fence line up here runs to the road. Good spots like that, I'm always looking for coyote tracks crossing the road. You know, those coyotes are going to run that fence that runs down, and they're going to cross. And every year I'd look right below that fence trying to figure out where they're crossing. And it wasn't until last year that this kind of dawned on me. If they can't find a place to cross right there, they're going to work their way down the fence until they find a spot. We got snow last year, and it showed me a lot. There's nothing in this fence until you get to right here. You can see the trail, you can see the gap in the fence. There's 2 or 3 sets of tracks on this last year, and I said it. We actually caught a coyote on it, but somebody stole it from me. So I don't know if we got anything here in the, no, it doesn't really look like anything in the dirt, but it's kind of dry. So, but that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna catch me a coyote for sure. I'd almost guarantee it. So all those crossings aren't always right on that T intersection. Sometimes you have to go, you know, we're 40 yards from it before we found the trail. So just pay attention, you guys. Walk down those trails. It's there, I promise you. All right, guys, so we're resetting some of this line. This particular one's going to corn here. That's too soft to dirt. But one thing I want to point out to you, it's going to be 18 degrees tonight. Okay, so I don't want to put these dog proofs in the ground solid. You know, this one's a good example. It's kind of froze already, but I kind of wobbled out the hole. That trap is going to freeze to one side of this hole or the other, but a coon can still pull it out even once it's froze, because it's not in there real tight. You do not want to be driving in a solid trap right now into dirt, because it's going to freeze in there solid and you can't get the spade out on the bottom of the trap. So I would highly recommend, you know, if it's already froze, drill a little pilot hole with rebar and a hammer. Can't hurt to have that hole too big, and just kind of set the trap to one side. It's going to freeze to that one side, but a coon should be able to bust it off. So anyway, guys, we're out of here. Had a tree come down on their fence here. That wind and stuff and storms we got, guys, are pretty nasty. You can even see all this debris here around my trap. Now here's some more advice I guess I could give, or should give, that people might not think about. I'm on the north side of the road. This side doesn't see sun. So this side is froze, and it's gonna get to 40 degrees tomorrow. But this side is probably froze solid. It's pretty froze, and it's not gonna warm up. So you see how that trap is in there? It may not look like much, but that's gonna freeze to one side at least. Might even wobble it out a little more. Now if I don't catch a coon in the first 45 minutes of dark, that's going to be frozen into a side. I'll go ahead and just kind of put it down to one side, and that'll be frozen, but a coon can still break it loose. But if you put it in there solid, it's going to freeze all the way around that tube, and you're in big trouble. But the south side you can get away with a little more, because it's going to have that sun beating down on it during the day. Just kind of a food for thought here, guys. You know, if I was sitting on water, I'd be wanting to set the south side of every ditch I come to, because it's going to stay open longer than the north side. Probably a solid, you know, 15-degree difference in days for staying open, the north versus the south. So just something to think about. I would say this spot is one of my new favorite spots after how this year's gone. Don't mind the McDonald's cup either. I wasn't sure if I was going to be setting today, and I wasn't quite prepared, so I did not have my 32-ounce container I normally put bait in. But yeah, we caught a couple hogs, quite a few hogs here actually. It's been a really nice spot. But this is going to be kind of a timber location, which should produce pretty well year round. So I'm hoping we can still pull some off here, even though we've taken, I've taken a dozen off of this trail, but it should just keep producing. So I can't see anything fresh in the bank, but then again, we're on the north side, so everything's frozen. So it'd be really hard to tell. No, they're not gone. I thought somebody came through and took these again. This is that spot where I had one pre-staked that somebody stole. We came in, put 2 traps in here, and really, quite frankly, just kicked butt with 2. Probably taken, I'm gonna say 8 or 9 off this trail too. But this is in the sun, so it's gonna, you know, that ground's gonna be a lot softer, a lot better to work with. You know, I'll freeze up tonight, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. So I still want that trap to be fairly loose in there. Whew. It's been a while since we've been doing this, boys. We have never caught anything on this trail, and we had it set for almost 3 weeks, but I'm just not giving up on it. Last year I caught a lot of fur off it. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just stubborn, I guess, but it's a great little location here. Fence line here, timber, and they're working up into the cattle lot here behind me. We might go down here and check out the bottom of the road. Spot I haven't been yet. I know they bring the fence to the road, but we'll check it out. Oh, this might not be a trail that shows up too well here on camera, but right here, going up around, is a nice coon trail going through this tube. There's also coon tracks right here in the mud. This is a new fence, and they just put this in here this last year, and I kind of blew past this area because I couldn't access it from this side. But I am kind of curious because I can get to it over here, but I think it's all rock too. You know, I like my pogos, but in a place like this, yeah, this would be a challenge. As much sign as there is here, it's just not worth my time to try to mess with. I'd never get a trap in here, ever. Unless I'm starting to anchor to some of that old rebar in there, but it's just gonna be a mess. So best just keep on moving. It's just frustrating when you see all that fresh sign. I will say this, if you could use 220s and fences in Iowa, there's the spot. Man, that would be awesome. You catch everything there. Coyote, fox, coon, you name it. But unfortunately we cannot. So I went over here to the other side though, and we've caught quite a few coon and dog proofs over here, and hopefully catch a few more because I'm gonna get them reset. Oh yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I just set out a, you know, spot that we'd been set on already for 10 or 12 days, but I gave it about a 15-day break here, 16-day break, and it's full of, you know, some good crop areas as well as some good timber to timber locations, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens this week. It's a full moon week, which pretty much kills all coon movement anyway, at least in my opinion. But you know, we're gonna see. I've got some good fresh ground too to get to. I just didn't have time to get out there today. I need to get a bunch of these traps pulled. They're laying in the ditches that I'm not going to get back to. If I'm right, I should have like 350 traps still in the ditches before today, which I pulled probably 75 of them. Another 100 isn't going to get set because it'll be part of my work line. It gets kind of chaotic here later in the season, you know. That's why I try to get a good system for pulling traps. I pull all traps at one location at a time. I never pull half a location. It just gets me too confusing. Then you think you have missing traps, and it's kind of a mess. But anyway, we got a decent little line here started anyway, and we'll see what we can add to for the rest of the week before Friday gets here, Christmas Eve. So anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you in the morning about 3 o'clock. All right, guys, Merry Christmas. You know, I set this line on Monday. It's not much of a line at all. Just a few traps that I had out back in November. We reset. Full moon, though, has just killed this line. It's been pretty well dead, but as warm as it got last couple days, I'm really hoping today on Christmas Day we've got something to show for. So sitting at 1,015 coon right now, and you know, it'd be nice to pick up 5 or 6 today. Just kind of a slow spell right now. Don't have a lot out. Working a lot of hours right now, trying to get re-prepared and just get organized for my last push of late season. We got a lot of stuff we're planning for. Hopefully go after some weasels, as well as hopefully a gray fox or two and a couple hundred more coons. So just trying to get everything organized again, figure out what I'm doing, coming up with a game plan. The game plan is everything. If you don't have a system set up, or you know, an area mapped out, or some kind of idea for game plan, you're going to be in trouble. So anyway, that's kind of what we've been doing the last couple weeks. We're doing a little bit of trapping on the side, not a whole lot, but just really getting ready for the last big push. So hopefully I have something to show you here pretty soon, guys. Hey, we got one. Awesome. Shoot, I forgot I'm wearing my dress pants. I don't have any pellets in my pocket right now. Yeah, so I may have already changed into my the clothes. I'll be going to Christmas at my folks' place tonight. But not a huge guy. Almost looks kind of skinny. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah, this is the spot, guys, where we had the bobcat track in the road. We put 2 DPs here, and we've taken a lot of coon off this now. Like I said, it's just a small line that I set. Basically it goes on my way to work, but I had these traps set all of November. I set them off during our shotgun season and reset them now, and they're picking up fur again. I mean, at least today. It's been slow, you know, with the moon and everything, but what do you do? So get him taken care of, see what else we got. And if you recognize this spot, that's where I pulled almost 60 pounds of coon out of one day. Nice coon here. He does have a nice little rub spot on his back. Not terrible, but it's definitely there. So yeah, this is the spot. You know, we're on the north side of the road here. I'm surprised, but it's actually softer ground. This will normally get froze quick, but it was 63 degrees yesterday, and it's 50 degrees already on Christmas Day, about, I think it's noon. So get him taken care of and get down the road, guys. But Christmas Day, this old line is still hammering some fur. Well, remember, guys, on Monday I told you about that good snare location I've got right here. You can still see my keel poles down in there. It's a really good spot for coyote, and we've had a dog proof over here since early November. That's just crazy, guys. Christmas Day is working out in my favor. I had a good morning with the kids and wife. In-laws last night, and I'll go to my parents' place this afternoon, but Mother Nature has given me a pretty nice little gift myself. So this is the 4th coon of the day on Christmas Day, so that's pretty good, you know, considering we had 2 all week, and here we are with 4 already. But not a whole lot of traps on it. Like I said, guys, we've got probably 5 stops left is all, but it's pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see it, but here's my rat stretcher. Nothing on it. Oh, a possum. This one of those timber locations I said is gonna be good all year long. And she's sure proving it right now. Man, that's awesome. We are stacking them up on Christmas Day. It's a nice coon too. Looks like they are starting to break down a little bit. Not terribly. We've had one with a decent rub on it, but the hair will start getting really coarse. Kind of their underfur kind of breaks down. They're not nearly as soft, get kind of wiry, as you call it, especially around the back of the head and the neck area. But still not terrible by any means yet, but they'll get pretty bad by the end of January. But we're gonna get him taken care of and check the last few locations. But we're doing awesome for Christmas morning. We are having an awesome Christmas, guys. Last couple days the weather's been warm. I'm really surprised I didn't do really good yesterday, but we only had the one yesterday, and today we're at is this 6 or 7 now? I'm not even sure, but we've got a pretty decent little truckload. Not truckload, I shouldn't say that, but for the traps I have out, we're doing awesome right now. Just awesome. But just probably another good late season location. Got a nice little timber down here, fence line coming up to a cattle lot, so those are some pretty good, great late season locations as well. Well, we just checked our first blank location out of like 8 stops. Pretty awesome. You know, it's hindsight 2020. If I'd have seen how well this is going to produce, you know, or even seen this much of a warm-up spell coming, I should have had out a big arsenal of traps. Even just reset the stuff that I still have out from November that I've been meaning to pull. But being back at work, I knew my time was limited. But with the numbers I'm producing right now, if I had my last line out, decent line out before I went back to work, I'd probably be catching, I'm gonna say 35, 40 coon a day right now, which would be pretty awesome, pretty remarkable. But I just don't have the time right now between work and everything else. And honestly, I didn't see this much of a warm-up coming. So just one of those things, you know, you gotta kind of be prepared for the unexpected. I wish I had more out, but at the same time I wouldn't have had time to mess with a whole lot. So anyway, guys, got 2 more locations checked, and we'll see what we end up with for today. Well, guys, there we have it. Came home with 7 coon, which is incredible, everything considered, for Christmas Day. That puts us at 1,022. So 1,022 for the season. We still got all of January left, and I'm getting pumped, guys. Like I said, I'm making some plans, getting stuff organized and arranged. This late season is almost going to be like an opening day all over again. Not anywhere near that size, but basically starting fresh and hammering them. So hopefully we're going to do a live fur finishing video here before long. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Either rig up kind of a jig to hold my wife's iPad, or I can convince her to go out there and sit out there with me for an hour and a half filming and relaying the questions back to me while I just sit there and scrape coon, you know, board them and everything, and help some people out that are new to the finishing game. And I gotta start finishing a lot of fur, you know, and getting stuff ready for late season. Working full-time right now. It's busy, guys. So anyway, really happy with this 7 on Christmas Day here. So 1,022, and we're still going, guys.